Very.
That's all I'm saying. And you know, it has nothing to do with marriage. I'm just saying in general, trust is earned. Sophia Shaw Masalay.
And Lulu.
All right. You know, it's a weird situation in the movie world when the rights for different things that Marvel used to own, no longer they own. So like Sony continues to come into play. And it's been such a mixed bag with what they're doing with the whole Spider-Man IP. Some real crazy misses like Morbius. I honestly think Venom is a miss too. To me, it's really weird. But the one thing that they get right has been the tunes. I mean, the Spider-Man's first tune was probably one of the best things I've seen in recent times. And boom, the sequel is coming.
Woohoo!
And I really look forward to this. I honestly think it's better that Sony is doing this because I'm not saying I don't like the multiverse scenario, or I'm calling it a multiverse, but the whole MCU world, because everything's very interconnected. It's nice to get a Spider-Man story that's kind of separated from that. There's so much baggage now, I think, to try to follow along with the whole Marvel Universe thing. I like the standalone story. I liked its own distinct style. I liked how they're pushing it in a way that was so unexpected, but the outcome is they nailed it.
Right. And I like that it's cartoon.
I have to admit, too, I really liked the cartoon, too, baby.
Yeah.
And this could have been dangerous because tunes, we associate tune with, like, kiddie stuff. Right, and they took a style here that I think is very mature, but it works well for the younger set. But as an adult, does not feel watered down to me. It feels like it's in the subject matter they tackle too. I feel like they're on the nose with it. It doesn't feel watered down. So quite amazing. Just really excited because sometimes in this industry people don't take enough chances, or sometimes when they do, it sucks. But here's one where they took a chance. And they freaking nailed it. And I want to support that. I want to encourage taking chances, but not fucking it up.
Take a chance on me.
By the way, if you want some more cool commentary, well, subscribe to this channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show.
No tunes there. All real.
It's a real flash.
Until you edit all. Everything's edited. It's not real. All right. I hate when they do that now. Like, trailer starting. No shit. What's the point of that?
Maybe some people don't get it.
I can hear you being quiet, Mom.
I hope I didn't ice your game, man.
No one my age says those words in that order.
It's just hard to see my little man not being my little boy all the time.
Yeah.
For years, I've been taking care of this little boy.
Oh my gosh.
Making sure he is loved. That he feels like he belongs wherever he wants to be. He wants to go out into the world and do great big things.
Shot. I love that. Upside down.
Not bad, kid.
And what I worry about most
I love you, Miles.
is they won't look out for you like us.
Miles!
Want to get out of here? Wherever you go from here, you have to promise to take care of that little boy for me. Make sure he never forgets where he came from.
Oh my God.
And he never doubts that he is loved. And he never lets anyone tell him that he doesn't belong there. You gotta promise, Miles.
I promise.
Why are they all attacking him?
Who do you think you are? Really?
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
Now they're in Multiverse.
Spider-Verse, baby. Don't you remember that's what happened in the end of the movie? So he's gone into it now versus then coming out of it, which is even crazier. I feel like this whole multiverse thing is just going to run its course with like everything that's been going on. It's like the year of multiverses. And it's going to be so played out. It's like Hollywood's like when the latch on to one idea, everyone wants to jump on it. It's a lot to digest. Maybe that's one way to think about it. Not that I think it's a bad idea that they're doing this, but I feel like one is that whole speech was a powerful speech, by the way. Like you could feel it, right? You're like, dude, take care of yourself, man. Mama, mama care kind of thing. But it's a very grounded sort of story. Like you want him to just feel like he's still growing up in his world and going into the multiverse. It just takes it to a point where it's like you can't come back from it, kind of thing. It's like it's gone crazy. It's bigger than that.
Overwhelming.
Maybe it's a little overwhelming. Maybe if this was a trilogy, if that was the third one, then I could see like that would be the way to go. Give it time to character develop. But that being said, you know what? I'm going to trust them to kind of lay out the story this time. I'm not going to go like, man, they should listen to me because John Lee knows better. John Lee usually does. I'm just saying this one, I'm going to trust them to tell a story, and I'm just going to enjoy that process.
Very good, John. You're learning to let go.
No, it's, you know what, baby?
Trusting.
Trust must be earned. This is what, look, if this is what you're talking about, like if you bring this back to our marriage, let me just kind of just lay this out, all right? Trust is something that's built over time. It's sort of like if they were to make a Morbius 2, I wouldn't trust it because the first one sucks so bad. I'm like, what are they building on? It's sort of like I wouldn't trust Michael Bay to make another good Transformers movie. It's because like he's made so many that have gone worse and worse and worse. You have to hand it off to someone else. You have to reboot. This one, the first one, did so well, and it was a great story that I can trust them right now. Now, if they fuck up the second one, then I can go and say, I told you my idea was better. But until then, sometimes it's, trust is earned and they've rightfully earned it, and let's go along for the ride. That's all I'm saying. And it has nothing to do with marriage. I'm just saying in general, trust is earned.
Okay, we all agree, don't we? Right? So we're not going to argue with that.
Looks good, though. Looks really good.